10 mind-blowing lessons from the book, The Basic Laws of Human Stupidity. Number 1. The first basic law of human stupidity asserts that always and inevitably everyone underestimates the number of stupid individuals in circulation. At first, the statement sounds trivial, vague, and horribly ungenerous. Closer scrutiny will, however, reveal its realistic veracity. No matter how high are one's estimates of human stupidity, one is repeatedly and recurrently startled by the fact that A. People whom one had once judged rational and intelligent turn out to be unashamedly stupid. B. Day after day, with unceasing monotony, one is harassed in one's activities by stupid individuals who appear suddenly and unexpectedly in the most inconvenient places and at the most improbable moments. The first basic law prevents me from attributing a specific numerical value to the fraction of stupid people within the total population. Any numerical estimate would turn out to be an underestimate. Thus, in the following lessons, I will denote the fraction of stupid people within a population by the symbol sigma. Number 2. The second basic law, which states that the probability that a certain person be stupid is independent of any other characteristic of that person. In this regard, nature seems indeed to have outdone herself. It is well known that nature manages rather mysteriously to keep constant the relative frequency of certain natural phenomena. For instance, whether men proliferate at the northern pole or at the equator, whether the matching couples are developed or underdeveloped, whether they are black or white, the female-to-male ratio among the newly born is a constant, with a very slight prevalence of males. We do not know how nature achieves this remarkable result, but we know that in order to achieve it, nature must operate with large numbers. The most remarkable fact about the frequency of stupidity is that nature succeeds in making this frequency equal to the probability sigma, fraction of stupid people within a population, quite independently from the size of the group. Thus, one finds the same percentage of stupid people whether one is considering very large groups or one is dealing with very small ones. No other set of observable phenomena offers such striking proof of the powers of nature. The evidence that education has nothing to do with the probability sigma, fraction of stupid people within a population, was provided by experiments carried on in a large number of universities all over the world. One may distinguish the composite population, which constitutes a university, in 5 major groups, namely the blue-collar workers, the white-collar employees, the students, the administrators, and the professors. Number 3. Individuals are characterized by different degrees of propensity to socialize. There are individuals for whom any contact with other individuals is a painful necessity. They literally have to put up with people, and people have to put up with them. At the other extreme of the spectrum, there are individuals who absolutely cannot live by themselves and are even ready to spend time in the company of people whom they do not really like rather than to be alone. Between these two extremes, there is an extreme variety of conditions, although by far the greatest majority of the people are closer to the type who cannot face loneliness than to the type who has no taste for human intercourse. Aristotle recognized this fact when he wrote that man is a social animal, and the validity of his statement is demonstrated by the fact that we move in social groups, that there are more married people than bachelors and spinsters, that so much wealth and time is wasted in fatiguing and boring cocktail parties, and that the word loneliness carries normally a negative connotation. Whether one belongs to the hermit or to the socialite type, one deals with people, although with different intensity. Even the hermits occasionally meet people. Moreover, one affects human beings also by avoiding them. What I could have done for an individual or a group but did not do is an opportunity cost, i.e. a lost gain or loss for that particular person or group. The moral of the story is that each one of us has a current balance with everybody else. From action or inaction, each one of us derives a gain or a loss, and at the same time one causes a gain or a loss to someone else. Number 4. The third basic law explicitly clarifies, a stupid person is a person who causes losses to another person or to a group of persons while himself deriving no gain and even possibly incurring losses. When confronted for the first time with the third basic law, rational people instinctively react with feelings of skepticism and incredulousness. The fact is that reasonable people have difficulty in conceiving and understanding unreasonable behavior. But let us abandon the lofty plane of theory and let us look pragmatically at our daily life. We all recollect occasions in which a fellow took an action which resulted in his gain and in our loss. We had to deal with a bandit. We also recollect cases in which a fellow took an action which resulted in his loss and in our gain. We had to deal with a helpless person. We can recollect cases in which a fellow took an action by which both parties gained. He was intelligent. Such cases do indeed occur. But upon thoughtful reflection, you must admit that these are not the events which punctuate most frequently our daily life. Our daily life is mostly made of cases in which we lose money and or time and or energy and or appetite, cheerfulness, and good health because of the improbable action of some preposterous creature who has nothing to gain, and indeed gains nothing, from causing us embarrassment, difficulties, or harm. Nobody knows, understands, or can possibly explain why that preposterous creature does what he does. In fact, there is no explanation. Or better, there is only one explanation. The person in question is stupid. Number 5. Most people do not act consistently. Under certain circumstances, a given person acts intelligently, and under different circumstances, the same person will act helplessly. The only important exception to the rule is represented by the stupid people who normally show a strong proclivity toward perfect consistency in all fields of human endeavors. Number 6. Like all human creatures, also stupid people vary enormously in their capacity to affect their fellow men. Some stupid people normally cause only limited losses, while others egregiously succeed in causing ghastly and widespread damages, not only to one or two individuals, but to entire communities or societies. The damaging potential of the stupid person depends on two major factors. First of all, it depends on the genetic factor. Some individuals inherit exceptional doses of the gene of stupidity, and by virtue of inheritance, they belong from birth to the elite of their group. The second factor, which determines the potential of a stupid person, is related to the position of power and consequence which he occupies in society. Among bureaucrats, generals, politicians, and heads of state, one has little difficulty in finding clear examples of basically stupid individuals whose damaging capacity was, or as, alarmingly enhanced by the position of power which they occupied, or occupy. Religious dignitaries should not be overlooked. The question that reasonable people often raise is how and why stupid people can reach positions of power and consequence. Class and caste were the social arrangements which favored the steady supply of stupid people to positions of power in most societies of the pre-industrial world. Religion was another contributing factor. In the modern industrial world, class and caste are banished both as words and as concepts, and religion is fading away. But in lieu of class and caste, we have political parties and bureaucracy, and in lieu of religion, we have democracy. Within a democratic system, general elections are a most effective instrument to ensure the steady maintenance of fraction sigma, fraction of stupid people within a population, among the powerful. One has to keep in mind that according to the second basic law, the fraction sigma, fraction of stupid people within a population, of the voting population, are stupid people, and elections offer to all of them at once a magnificent opportunity to harm everybody else without gaining anything from their action. They do so by contributing to the maintenance of the sigma level among those in power. Number 7. It is not difficult to understand how social, political, and institutional power enhances the damaging potential of a stupid person. but one still has to explain and understand what essentially it is that makes a stupid person dangerous to other people. In other words, what constitutes the power of stupidity? Essentially, stupid people are dangerous and damaging because reasonable people find it difficult to imagine and understand unreasonable behavior. An intelligent person may understand the logic of a bandit. The bandit's actions follow a pattern of rationality. Nasty rationality, if you like, but still rationality. The bandit wants a plus on his account. Since he is not intelligent enough to devise ways of obtaining the plus, as well as providing you with a plus, he will produce his plus by causing a minus to appear on your account. All this is bad, but it is rational, and if you are rational, you can predict it. You can foresee a bandit's actions, his nasty maneuvers and ugly aspirations, and often can build up your defenses. Number 8. The fourth basic law, which states that non-stupid people always underestimate the damaging power of stupid individuals. In particular, non-stupid people constantly forget that, at all times and places, and under any circumstances, to deal and/or associate with stupid people infallibly turns out to be a costly mistake. Through centuries and millennia, in public, as in private life, countless individuals have failed to take account of the fourth basic law, and the failure has caused mankind incalculable losses. Number 9. The fifth basic law states that a stupid person is the most dangerous type of person. The corollary of the law is that a stupid person is more dangerous than a bandit. The formulation of the law and its corollary is still of the microtype. As indicated above, however, the law and its corollary have far-reaching implications of a macro nature. 10. A stupid creature will harass you for no reason, for no advantage, without any plan or scheme, and at the most improbable times and places. You have no rational way of telling if and when and how and why the stupid creature attacks. When confronted with a stupid individual, you are completely at his mercy. Because the stupid person's actions do not conform to the rules of rationality, it follows that A. One is generally caught by surprise by the attack. B. Even when one becomes aware of the attack, one cannot organize a rational defense because the attack itself lacks any rational structure. The fact that the activity and movements of a stupid creature are absolutely erratic and irrational not only makes defense problematic, but it also makes any counterattack extremely difficult, like trying to shoot at an object which is capable of the most improbable and unimaginable movements.